Hello, and welcome back to How Are Other People Doing It, where we do a deep dive into the sex lives of strangers on the internet.
We got your creepy neighbors looking into your bedroom at night.
Mm-hmm.
And what are we seeing right now in your bedroom? First story with the title, Do I Have the Right to Be Mad at My Husband for This? This girl says, so my husband had this great idea 2 weeks ago, where we write interesting sex-related challenges on small pieces of paper, put them all together in a jar, and blindly pick a random one every Friday. While I wrote stuff like, try BDSM, or sex in the car, or try cooking a meal while having sex, which sounds kind of complicated. But she said, my husband wrote, have a threesome.
Wow.
This was supposed to be a game where we write things that both of us would be okay with doing, so we promised each other that we won't say no to anything, no matter how weird it might be, as long as it's not crossing the line. Him
Wow.
pulling that shit on me, thinking I'd just say fuck it, I have to do what I promise, made me furious at him. I remember him asking me if I'd ever say yes to a threesome a long time ago, and me making it very clear that I would never be okay with that, so him doing this really upsets me. I told my best friend about it, and she said I'm overacting, so I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know if I should just think of this dumb mistake my husband made, or if I should be more mad at him. My feelings are mixed. So, she also says that, in addition to the threesome, he also pulled out, use a random household object as a dildo. So those are his two suggestions so far, is a threesome and random household object as a dildo.
Okay, well, why did she agree to this deal where they have to do anything the other person writes down?
Well, she said that they promised each other they.
What's the point then?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess she didn't think, because in the past she said no to a threesome. She didn't think that he would be
Well, how
putting
long
that
ago
down.
was that?
She just said a long time ago.
Okay, well, maybe he thought she grew.
Oh, top comment says, the thing that bothers me the most in this scenario is the fact that you guys agreed that you can't say no to any of these challenges. That shouldn't even be part of this equation. You both should always reserve the right to say no.
Yeah, that's really stupid. Not to be too judgmental.
But obviously she said no. It's not like they had a threesome, so you can say no. It's not like he killed her now because she said no.
So it was a pointless thing to, oh, we can't say no. Oh, wait, I'm going to say no. Never mind.
He brought up, he brought up the idea because he was like, oh, this is my chance to maybe get a threesome. He just stacked the jar with threesome, and then put in a random household object as a dildo for some reason. Why would he even want what? Like, just, he pulls out a squash from the pantry?
You think no one is into that?
Well, but why? What's that doing for him?
I don't know. Everyone has their kings. You're always baffled by people liking things you don't.
Someone said, ask him if you're picking the other guy, or is he... Oh. Implying the threesome would be with a guy, right?
Good one. Well, I want to know what the conversation was after that. She just said how she felt, but what did she say to him?
She did not say in the post, but I can...
Because that seems like the juicy part.
In a comment.
The fight afterwards.
Yeah, but they... Wow, someone said her husband's a massive dick. Would you go that far?
Wow.
Is he a massive dick?
What? For just throwing something into a hat?
Yeah, she didn't reply to any comments. Well, I think it's the fact that he's like, oh, I got this cool idea for a game, and then he just stuffs the ballot box with...
Okay, well, as usual, I don't pay attention well. So he came up with the game.
He said, he told her it was a great, I have this great idea for a game.
Oh, well, yeah.
She didn't come up with it.
I wonder if he also came up with the you can't say no rule.
Probably.
Oh, he sounds like a child.
Can't say no. Pinky promised that you can't say no, because I'm going to put some stuff in there that you might not like.
He's just desperate for a threesome.
Yeah. I mean, I could see how that would upset her, because obviously that's what he wants. He wants a threesome.
Wait, why do you mean that would upset her?
Because she made it clear she doesn't want a threesome, so the fact that he wants it so bad, she's like, am I not enough for him? Why does he want a threesome so bad? That's what's going
Right,
through her mind.
because guys never want that unless they're unhappy. I mean, that's just a common male fantasy.
That and a random household object is a dildo. Okay. I don't know. Well, sure it could be a fantasy, but if you're pushing the idea on your girlfriend or wife after she already said no, and thinking of like games to play to hopefully convince her, I don't know.
Well, yeah, seems like they have trouble just having a normal
Sex life. He's
no
not.
conversation
I
about
thought you
it.
can say so. He's not even happy with just sticking his dick inside anymore. He's like, he can't get off
Oh my
unless
god,
it's.
why are you such a hater? Well, some people just like things like that.
He's just like, hey, that blow dryer looks really.
I've heard plenty of stories of you with household objects.
with sticking household objects into vaginas I don't own.
No, but
Oh.
rubbing them.
Okay, yeah. When I was like 12 years old, I may or may not have come inside a house shoe.
Oh, I was talking about the remote.
The remote? Well, that didn't touch the remote. when you say the remote, I think people think that insertion happened with the remote.
No, I
that's
said
what
rubbing.
goes in. Okay, rubbing on my penis. Right.
TV remote.
Nothing went up anywhere. All right. Well,
So now you understand.
no, I don't understand how it's the same as telling you. It would be really hot if you grabbed that fishing rod over there and stuck it up. I don't know. Strange to me. But yeah, they should talk about their sex life because it doesn't. It sounds like they want different levels of spice.
Mm-hmm.
He wants spiciest, and she's like, can I have a little mild, just a pinch of chili pepper?
Well, I don't even know if it means that. It just means she doesn't want a threesome. Unless she's mad about the household object, too.
Sounded like she was.
Oh, well. They're married, so it sucks for them.
Yep, get a divorce. Alright. Okay, next story. The title is, I think I'm falling for another man. Am I gay? Why is that so funny?
Is it written by a man?
What? Yeah.
Well, then,
That's gay
yeah,
people?
you're
What?
gay.
Well,
Seems like a
there's
stupid
there's
You're
level-
bi. Whatever. Obviously, you're not straight.
You sound like you got some hatred toward.
Not at all.
Okay. It says so. So until recently, I've never found guys attractive, and I've just assumed I'm straight. The whole situation is confusing to me, and I'm not sure what to think. Everything I thought I knew about myself has turned on its head. A few months ago, we got a new guy to join our team at work. Straight away, we hit it off. He's always flirting with me, and I think I'm falling for him. I couldn't believe it. About a week back, at the end of the day, he came over to my desk and sat on my lap. He was touching me down there, and I really liked it. I found him really hot, and part of me thinks about pursuing something more with him. I find it weird because before this, I've never been attracted to a guy before. I had a crush on another girl in the office before he came along, but I didn't have it anymore. I've noticed I don't find girls to be hot anymore either. I just want him.
Wow.
So, the question is it gay?
He wants to know if he's still straight, if he is falling in love with a man. That's his question.
Why was this guy sitting on his lap at work? He was touching him at work? Where do they work? Wow. Yeah. So it sounds like he's
not
some
straight.
sort. Yeah, not straight. First comment says, "Yeah, you could be bi or gay, but that's nothing to be ashamed of."
Well, no.
Then he responded, "To put it crudely, my brain's telling me I'm straight and I don't like this, but my dick's telling me another. What should I trust?"
But he's also saying he has a crush on the guy, so how is his brain...
I think he's giving his dick too much credit.
I guess he just doesn't,
He's
it's
scared,
new to
right,
him. He doesn't know
He might come from a conservative
background, yes. But, whatever he's thinking or feeling, He's not straight, so.
Right. He left another comment. He says, I'm scared to find out more about myself. Honestly, the animal part of me wants to go further with him, but my brain's telling me I'm not gay and this isn't right. So he says he's willing to admit he may be dealing with some internalized homophobia.
You don't say.
It definitely sounds like that.
Mm.
I think this guy is rather aggressive though. Just sitting on him at work and touching him.
I mean, they're both into it. It's not like he's assaulting him, harassing him.
I guess.
Could you ever imagine yourself
sitting on a guy's lap at work? What? Could I imagine myself falling for a guy?
Yeah. I guess you'd be like him. He probably could never imagine it either.
Right.
So you never know.
So it's a good thing I work from home currently. I better not get a job outside the house.
Well, I hope that guy embraces his fluidity.
Right. That's what I hope as well. And I had another story to go along with this. And when I read this story, I thought, I should screenshot it because I bet it's going to get deleted. And sure enough, it got deleted. And also, sure enough, I didn't screenshot it because I don't do anything that I think. But it was a story about this guy who had a wife, and they were having the first threesome with a man. Mm-hmm. And he said during the threesome, he said in some way, he said that the guy they were both penetrating his wife, and he was on the bottom, and the guy was somehow on top of him, still penetrating his wife. And at some point...
Wait, he's on the bottom, but the guy's on top of him?
Yeah.
Not on top of the wife?
No, no, she's like in front of them both somehow. It seems...
Alright, let me try to picture this. She's in front of them? So are they standing?
No, they were like... So he said that he was... So he must have... he was probably... I don't think the story was real.
Oh, okay.
So that might not be important to be... Because I don't think the story... How it happened was real.
Oh, okay.
But so basically he said that during the sex, somehow this guy's dick just slipped and went inside his anal cavity, and he wound up enjoying it and had like the best orgasm of his life. Awesome. And he said, and he was like, "Does this make me gay?" and all that. And people in the comments were like, "That couldn't have happened. Like there was no lube. He just like slipped into you've never been, fucked there before. He just slipped right in." And
what if that guy's telling a true story though?
It didn't sound. It sounded like he tried it, knowing he made it sound like it was just a happy accident.
Like it didn't actually slip in.
Right.
Well, I would say if it did slip in,
how would it
wouldn't
have slipped
necessarily
in?
Mean he was gay.
Well, right. He could just. But how would it have slipped in?
Everyone else's juice is flowing. Maybe she's got
it. Just hit right the right angle, and but like you said, I don't even understand how that would work. Picturing it. So he would have to be on top of the guy. She would be in front of them.
What do you mean in front? Are they laying down?
Or how would she? What was it? A Jenga? She's on top of them, and then they're stacked.
That's usually how it goes.
But how? Wait, there's 3 people stacked on top of each other. I don't understand.
You've never watched a threesome before?
I haven't. They've been stacked on each other. I'm like,
what were they doing? Standing?
Stacked. Well, no, like what? Like maybe she's on it. Well, I guess, yeah. I haven't watched a lot of double, like where it's like anal and vagina, maybe like oral.
Oh, right. Yours are all 2 women.
2 women. No, I've seen some. Does that make me gay if I watch? Okay. No, but you understand how it could happen.
Well, I would imagine the wife's on top of the husband.
The wife is on top of the husband,
and then the guy's kind of
Oh,
line.
I got you. And then it just, I still feel
I
like
don't
that would have
know
been
how
right,
easily it
right?
goes. It's very low, especially if it's his ass.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it could have worked. It wasn't an accident. I don't think.
Maybe she slipped off at the same time.
This might be a good time to plug our social media accounts at How Our Podcasts across like Instagram and all that. And if you have any illustrations to help us understand this more, or comments on how it might have happened, How Our Podcast on most social media outlets.
Also, just anal bead sponsorship.
You're
That's what
requesting.
I thought you were talking about at first.
You're
Butt
requesting.
plugs.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hit us up for that too.
Sounds like that guy would like them.
Yeah, and then you wouldn't have to worry about whether he was gay or not. I think people should stop worrying about that.
Wouldn't that be easy?
Well, yeah, obviously there's still like social ramifications, but it would be nice if.
Less.
Yeah. The next story, I had an affair with my teacher in high school. That 6-month period was the only time I had an orgasm, and now I don't know how to have one.
Wow.
So this girl is 19 now. She was a virgin until high school when she started sleeping with her teacher. He flirted with me for months before anything actually happened. Outside of us doing stuff, he treated me like any other student and actually helped me understand and enjoy science. Oh, all right. So he's a great teacher. He's a great guy. He taught me all sorts of things about how to please a man and, more importantly, how a man can please me. I had so many orgasms when I was with him, even multiple in one session. It was the most euphoric sensation I have ever experienced. He pushed me to try a lot of things that I was shy about before. I bet he did. She was 17 when this happened, she says, and in her country, that's the age of consent. I don't know about how teacher-student factors into that. Anyway, she said, then the school year ended, and at the end of the summer, he got a better job opportunity somewhere else. I by no means was attached to him, and I didn't really worry about not seeing him anymore. But I've yet to be able to give myself an orgasm since then. It's been over 2 years, and now that I know what I'm missing, it sucks. I'll masturbate for hours, increasing pressure or humping my pillow like crazy, trying to get even the smallest one, but I can't. Am I just doomed not to have one ever again, or am I doing it wrong?
Sounds like she's doing it wrong.
She's masturbating wrong. So you don't think that her affair with this teacher had any sort of psychological...
Yeah, maybe. Maybe she needs to watch some teacher-student porn.
Oh my god. You don't think she might need therapy? A lot of people are saying she needs therapy. In the comments.
To come?
Well, they were thinking that she might have some mental...
Oh, right. Well, yeah, I think... I mean, I would say yes. I would suggest therapy for her, too. But, I'm just worried about helping her come.
Right. Yeah, so that's what a lot of people were focusing on, the relationship she had. Mm-hmm. And then other people will be jumping in and you're like, this girl just wants to, someone said, I'd be more concerned about getting therapy than an orgasm. Not gonna lie.
Okay, that wasn't her question.
Okay.
I mean, the teacher's creepy.
Right, it's a power.
I'm not a fan of his.
Someone else says, hey, OP, I had sex with my drama teacher in grade 12, and I never had regrets about it, but a lot of people I talked to had some major issues with it, so I'm going to leave that alone. I didn't do anything about it. That being said, you need to start with you first. There are a lot of great suggestions around vibrators and self-pleasuring here. People were suggesting a lot of toys for her, to use toys instead of just trying to use a pillow. Mm-hmm. A pillow might not work for everyone.
I mean, I can see her... having a hard time possibly without recreating that dynamic. I mean, I think that's what happens when you're younger. Right,
because she did admit in the comment that perhaps part of what got her off is that it was like taboo in a way, and maybe she needs that to come now. It's kind of, maybe she put googly eyes and a tie on her pillow, and no, I don't know.
Politics look like a teacher.
No, I think
I think that I think that's. I mean, I don't know. She says for right now she's fine with it, so you can't like put that
people
on
say
her.
They're fine all the time,
Right?
Obviously.
I mean, I think that teacher is not a good teacher, no matter what she says. How much she enjoys science now, I don't think he should be teaching.
What does she do for a career, though?
Right now, well, she's only 19.
Oh,
so probably nothing.
Is she pursuing a science degree?
Right? Yeah, maybe. Someone else said, "Please tell me that this is some made-up fetish thing and that you aren't actually praising a teacher who raped his student. If this isn't made up, you need to get in therapy ASAP to work through this."
Well, if that is true, they're being rather unkind.
It sounds very judgmental. Isn't she the victim in the scenario? Why aren't you doing exactly what I would be doing right now?
How is it rape if it's the age of consent? I mean, just because you have a personal feeling that it's wrong. I mean, I do too. I think it's wrong.
Is it not considered if it's teacher-student? Is there different laws in place for that?
Maybe.
I'm not sure.
Maybe. Like, isn't it considered rape no matter what? Like, if a guard has sex with a prisoner?
No, is it?
I don't know. I may have made that up. But yeah, the power dynamics, possibly.
What did they do in Orange is New Black?
I can't remember.
Just took away his other leg.
He just disappeared. He just drove off.
That
storyline ended. Oh wait, she tricked the other cop into thinking it was his. I don't know what she's. Yeah, that's what she did.
So no one knew.
I can't remember.
We might have to cut this. We didn't say spoilers for Orange is the New Black.
What's the first or second?
What's the timeline for that though? Because some people like
that was one of the first few seasons.
But if someone's never watched it,
then they're obviously not very interested.
Okay, I tried, folks.
Okay.
She responded to this very judgmental comment. She said, "Not made up. By strict definition, I see that it could be considered rape, but I honestly don't feel that I was coerced in any way. He never initiated unless my feelings were clear."
What?
But, I mean...
Okay. This sounds like the plot of My Dark Vanessa. One of my favorite books of the year.
And she was fine. She thought she was fine with it at first, right?
And I think she also had a hard time getting off with anyone else.
Right.
I can't remember. I'm not sure. As usual, I don't know if what I'm saying is true.
That happens a lot with you?
If I'm remembering correctly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and then, but she eventually, how did the book, well, how old is that? Let's not keep spoiling everything, right? How did the book end? We don't know.
Therapy?
That sounds like
those comments are on to something. I really don't want to come across like I'm like pro student teacher sex though.
No, we're definitely not pro that.
Yeah, I think it's creepy.
Unless it's like
and wrong.
Unless it's like one of those night school things, like if you get a ticket for speeding and then you got to go to like that might be okay. But otherwise, we're against it. But what about college? Do you still think you're still strictly against that?
I mean, personally, if I liked a teacher,
you would have been down. So only in high school.
But I mean, like, they're in charge of your grade. Like, it's still it's unethical.
That's the right word for it. Yeah. Okay, next story. Can I refuse to have sex with my fuck buddy who literally just shaved his head bald?
No, you're forced to have sex.
I liked him for his sort of emo hairstyle. It suited him well. But I don't think I can do this now. This is always based on his looks. We never talked about anything else. We were supposed to meet in 2 days for sex, but I don't think I can do this now. Can I bail out because of this? I feel so shallow. Can she bail out? Obviously she can. She can bail out if they're in bed together.
Yeah, she can do whatever she wants.
Right.
And also,
I guess what she's really asking is, does this make her...
But what does she care? She wants to have sex with someone she's not attracted to?
Yeah.
I mean, does it make her shallow? A little bit. Is she allowed to be? Yeah. Everyone's a little shallow. People aren't just having sex with people they're not at all attracted to.
That's true. And hair is an important thing, as we've established
Yeah, I mean,
when we
the
first
semen is
met.
kind of over.
I
But I still had sex with you.
That's true, but you cried.
I did.
I had pretty long hair that you could even go in like a man bun, and then like a week before we were supposed to meet for the first time in person, I shaved it. I had a buzz cut, and she was traumatized.
I was pretty disappointed.
And I've never had a buzz cut ever since. So
The moral of the story
is
I
don't
still
shave
had
your
sex
head.
with you.
Oh, I thought we got two different. I thought the morals don't shave your head. I mean, yeah, this guy shouldn't have. He had the whole emo vibe going on. Now what is he?
I mean,
He's just a bald,
being
sad
whatever he
person?
wants. I mean, it does seem a little over the top, though. Like,
To not, like, you could put like a.
you're really not attracted to him at all. It was just the hair. That's all he had.
I know. Huh. I mean, but if she liked emo vibe, you know, I guess.
His hair will also grow back.
But if he's
unless he keeps it.
he
That's
keeps
his
him,
new look.
yeah. So yeah, final verdict on that is she can say no, and it does seem like a little bit of an overreaction though. And you can like if it's really that big of a deal, you can like buy a toupee. Are they expensive? I don't know what the going rate for them. But
Sounds hot.
role play. Okay. We have another story. Can you believe that? Another one?
I can't. Another?
Another one. There's a lot of people on the internet. This title, I cannot suck my boyfriend's dick if it isn't immediately after showering. She says, I don't know if it's just me, but I cannot. She doesn't know if it's just her. No one else is sucking dick unless it's showered. She says, I don't know if it's just me, but I cannot suck my boyfriend's dick if it isn't immediately after he showers. I just can't put his dick in my mouth knowing how it smells. It isn't his fault. The smell happens after a long day. I get a similar smell from my vagina, which I don't like him eating if I haven't showered. It isn't absolutely disgusting, but I don't like the smell of sweat and pee. How are you able to put a sweaty dick in your mouth knowing how it smells? I've tried to do it, but thinking about how it smells makes me vomit. It's like the smell of pee and sweat, she says again. She's disgusting herself, actually. She says, yes, you can wipe it clean with a paper, but there's always a lingering smell. I want to give him head during the day, but the smell just really irks me. What do I do?
You know, I am coming to the conclusion that there are two types of sex people. Those who need you freshly showered, and those who don't care. Unless, you're gross. So part of sexual compatibility could be, are you both showerers? Or are you dirty sex people?
I think there's an in-between.
You think you're in between, but you're a showerer.
It doesn't have to be freshly showered for me to go down on you.
What is freshly showered?
Like it doesn't have to be within an hour.
Oh, okay.
Like it could be later in the day.
Half a day.
It could be yeah. So it doesn't have to be freshly. But if we're talking about just straight sex, well then it could be. I mean, it doesn't have to be. Anytime. But
it will never be a surprise if you go down on me because it'll be like has to be within a shower window.
It could be a surprise.
No,
you forget things all. Like
I basically
6 hours
create the option.
6 hours later, you forget you're taking a shower, and then you forget things all the time. So, well, how do we help her though?
I don't know. I got triggered.
Okay.
It's people like me and her boyfriend. We just want to have sex.
Well, I mean,
I
don't. It really smells like pee?
You're asking the wrong person. I'm not a showerer.
But that
like I've never been.
That doesn't mean that you don't know if you've ever went down on a dick and it smelled like pee.
I couldn't say.
Oh, you couldn't, yeah. Just like you can't remember if you showered or not.
A dick is a dick.
A dick is a dick?
I mean, unless it's dirty. There has been a dirty one. And I wasn't a fan.
Just one time.
Yeah, it made me gag. I feel like
Oh my
gagging right
god. Was the what's that stuff called?
now. Mm-hmm.
That had that stuff.
Actually, they were like rocks.
Okay. Now I want to. What the fuck? They were rock, little pebbles.
It was something.
Like pop rocks.
It was something.
No.
Dick rocks. They're a thing.
Dick rocks.
I looked it up.
Google
once. I
dick
think they're a
rocks.
thing.
Dick rocks.
So, yeah, I mean, at a certain point, bathing is important.
Right.
But I'm just saying, like, I'm not going to, like, track your shower.
Well, a lot of people in here were talking about the difference that the discussion of uncut versus cut and, like, how...
What is he?
He's uncut. So they're saying maybe he needs to wash more. But then other people come in and they're like, that's just not... If you just wash the normal amount, then it doesn't matter if you're cut or uncut. Because, you know, they get tired of people telling them that they need to wash more than a person who's cut.
Yeah, they were born that way.
Well, yeah.
So leave them alone.
This person says, do you like his smell otherwise? Personally, why did I sound like a robot? I sound like Alexa or something. This person, he said, do you like his smell otherwise? Personally, I like the smell of a guy's dick, as long as it's not too old.
What?
Like in age? I think she just means like showering. And this person says, the OP responded, yes, I love the way he smells. I always sniff him because he smells so good. Also, with the fact that humans pee, very normal, I can't help but imagine that there's leftover pee and I'm putting it in my mouth.
Oh my god.
So she sounds like she has an aversion to pee. She does not like pee at all. Or this guy is like, well, I mean, I find pee to be less gross than other things, like dick rocks. Or this guy sounds like maybe he's peeing on himself. Maybe he's just like he has dried pee on his thigh or something. I don't understand why he has so much pee on his dick. Does he shake? I don't know. She like really does not like pee. Maybe his pee has a strong odor.
Oh, that could be a possibility.
Maybe a little H2O would do a lot for their relationship. Maybe drink some more water.
You know, I sometimes don't like when it smells like body wash.
Yes, if you haven't put together the line, she does not like cleanliness at all.
That's not true.
And she told me last week, don't shower at all this week.
No,
rub your dick in mud.
No. I'm just saying I just want like a human smell.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not.
And I mean, part of being human is like, you know, it's not stripped of all oils.
You like them oils.
No.
Don't give me that dick unless you got them oils on it.
I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like our ancestors weren't. They were just fucking.
They were also doing other things that we don't do now.
Like what?
Like cook chicken on rocks or I don't know.
Some do.
That is true.
So
another
check your privilege.
Right. I'm sorry. If you're listening out there. This person says, you're normal. Everyone is different. Some people enjoy strong bodily smells, like you.
I don't.
I don't
like
confused.
Strong bodily smells.
And this person goes on to say, but my wife and I are not among them. We always shower or at least spot clean right before sex. There's always a little hint of scent left, but it's fresh.
Oh, I'm down for a good spot clean.
A little spot clean.
But I think you should trust your partner to spot clean and not like, you know.
Check them?
No, just trust. I trust that you spot clean.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think that if you're in a or I guess even just a one night stand, you should if you're having someone go down on you, you should know that it's, you know, it's not a urine minefield down there.
I would hope someone wouldn't let their partner go down there if
Right.
they thought.
Right, because not only because that might be off-putting, it also, they might not want to go back down.
Also, isn't it embarrassing for you?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why when I come back from my hard, intense workouts and you want to just pull my pants down, I'm like, no, not yet. Let me go.
The listeners don't know that that's a joke.
It's a joke.
Mm.
I don't work out. No, the other part is real. Someone else said, and they put the little clappy hands emoji, you know, in between every word. They said, "Get him to wash his dick."
Yeah, people get really passionate about.
Yeah, there's a lot of shower.
Yeah, they're all those weirdos.
But here's a comment from you, apparently. Your secret throwaway account. This person says, or you, love me a sweaty dick and balls. That's it.
I just think that, like, okay, well, here's the thing, because this is where we all get, like, our fantasies from. If you watch, like, a movie, are they freshly out of the shower when they're, you know, romantically hooking up?
There's a lot of things.
Passionately going at each other?
There's a lot of things you don't see in movies, though. When's the last time you saw someone taking a shit in a movie? They don't show a lot of things.
But I'm saying
movies aren't real.
That's what I want. I just want, like, it's passion. Well, you
But
can't
why,
be thinking about showers during passion.
Right. If you want someone fresh out of the shower, no, that would be impossible. But if you shower earlier in the day and it's like later in the day, why can't it be passion? You could be doing something else.
You could shower before work and go work hard on the railroad and then come back. You'd be sweaty.
Right, and
you'd smell like urine to this girl.
Apparently.
So that wouldn't be enough.
You know, they should really invent a device. I guess it would be your hand. That was the device I'm thinking. I was gonna say so you can check how you smell, but I guess your hand can do the job for you. You don't need a device for that.
A device that measures the scent.
Yeah. Thank you for bailing me out there. And, have you ever seen a guy like put his hand down his pants and smell?
Yeah, a guy did that in 4th grade.
And in 4th grade, you told everyone, so you're a bully.
I was a 4th grader.
That's all. Oh,
okay, yeah, that wasn't.
You were a very mature 4th grader, though.
Doesn't sound like it.
Well, you're a bully.
Yeah, mean. It wasn't nice.
And what did people say? They said, "Ew."
I can't remember. He was popular. His reputation.
It didn't infect it at all?
Unaffected.
People were still shaking his hand?
Mm-hmm. He's a firefighter
sharing
now.
chips with him? He's a firefighter. Wow. He puts out fires.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good for him.
Okay.
All right, the next and final story for today. The title is, I don't think I've ever been sexually attracted to my husband, and I don't know what I can do about this. My husband is an incredible man. We met 4 years ago and had a whirlwind romance. He still gives me butterflies when I haven't seen him in a while. He is my best friend and everyone in my family loves him. I know I've had issues in the past related to sex, but I never really had any issue with past boyfriends. Even now I can fantasize about other men, or sometimes women, and I can be just fine on my own. And sometimes I think my sex life should just be solo, and everything would be great. He was the first man to be able to make me come. I was thoroughly impressed with that, and I love how he can do that easily. But I don't look at him and get hot under the collar and wet. I'm attracted to him, absolutely, I just don't think it translates to sexual attraction. Last night we were messing around because none of my toys were charged.
What?
Oh, God. Last night we were messing around because none of my toys were charged, and I was focusing on him at the moment, and suddenly it happened like it has a lot lately. I had zero feelings toward his sexual desires or making him feel good. It was like the fun switch just got flipped off. And, oh my God, and she said it was as boring as washing dishes. I don't know what to do. We've only been married 3 years and we've been through a lot, but even from the first time we had sex, it was basically done because we were horny and sex felt nice. His kisses don't make me respond in any way, and neither does his touch.
I feel like it sounds like she just kind of fell out of love with him.
But she says that she adores him. She misses him when he's gone.
She can still like him as a person, not being...
But people are sexually attracted to people they aren't in love with all the time. I don't know that that's her issue.
Well, neither do I. I wouldn't
But-
bet my life on it.
But why do you think that? Just you as a woman, that's what you're getting. You probably know more
Me
than I
as
do.
As a woman.
You understand her.
No, I mean, she could just... I guess it's just like, obviously she loved him enough at one point for that to not matter to her. So now that it does matter, it seems like maybe that would be a result of just overall lack of... You know, I feel like you find your partner less desirable when you fall out of love with them.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, and you can fall out of love and still... You don't have to hate them if you fall out of love. You can still enjoy their company.
Right. Would she have married a guy that she wasn't at all?
Yeah, I don't know. Why did they get married?
People like getting married.
No one thinks of 4 years in. Whatever.
Shout out to all the married couples out there. We love you. The top comment says, you're kind of talking out of two sides of your mouth by describing your relationship as a whirlwind romance and talking about your husband's performance being good, but then focusing on sexual attraction being lacking. If you're compatible and happy, I don't know, maybe you're just in a bit of a rut. 3 years is a bit of a hump in marriages. There isn't much in the way of novelty left. I guess this all starts with what you think is missing. Is your husband lacking something physical? Is it his hygiene? What barriers is it that's keeping you from getting hot under the collar?
Oh, I guess I also say that because mentioning the ex-boyfriend again, but...
The Dick Rock one?
Yeah. Dick Rock guy.
That's...
Who I liked so much, I never even said anything about it.
You just... What happened with the Dick Rocks?
Just kept going.
Well,
that was actually my first blowjob.
Where did they go?
I don't think I encountered them again.
You didn't say.
Maybe one other time.
You don't have them in like a collection.
No.
Okay. Well, go on.
But anyway, people would say he was unattractive. But I was attracted to him. And then once I stopped liking him, I found him much less attractive.
Mm. Mm.
So that's why I say that.
Mm.
But, it is a little... I think she should really think about it because looks don't last forever. And she sounds like she has someone she really enjoys everything else about.
Or she should just find her Paul Rudd.
Who never ages.
No. Ages down. She responded to that comment and she said, I think I should specify that when he makes me come, it's not from penetration. It's usually with his hands, and I close my eyes to focus. I've had boyfriends in the past whose touch alone set a fire to me, and it was incredible. Those relationships didn't last very long, but I always assumed that's how it's supposed to be. So she's like, I guess her touch is just not doing anything for her. I mean...
His touch?
Yeah, his touch. What did I say?
Hers.
No, his. His touch. Honestly, I'm not sure there's much hope for them. Maybe couples counseling. Could that help in this scenario? No, some sort of set.
Find him attractive?
Well,
I mean,
but
maybe they can switch it up. I don't know. It sounds like he's already, making her come though, and that's not enough.
Well, maybe we have our answer here.
Oh.
In another comment, she says, someone asked if something's changed.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, there are some small things that have changed since we got together. But I don't think his physical changes have really affected me that much. ? He's put on a lot of weight. Since being together, he's gained about 80 to 90 pounds. Maybe his self-consciousness is adding to this. I always talk about how big he is down there, and I do so much to encourage his new discoveries and kinks. What? I just never felt a sexual spark, she says. I think she's just not being honest. It sounds like he's changed since he's gained 80, 90 pounds, so he's going to look a lot different. And they've been together for a few years.
Okay, but also these are the things people should consider before they get married. Are you fine with never having a sexual spark? Why would you get married to someone
you don't have that with? Yeah, so I guess the weight... she says she didn't have it from the beginning. She's never felt a sexual spark.
Think, people.
You sound sad.
I'm just frustrated. All the marriages.
Yeah, people seem to.
I don't really get the point.
They rush into marriage a lot. And I guess this is going to be kind of weird. But I was going to end this with a proposal. So yeah, well, I guess that's it for today. I got
Wait, so
some
are we
returns
engaged?
to do.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't do it now.
Okay. Darn.
Alright.
All right. That's all. Bye. Hey, so that was pretty cool, right? If you like listening, maybe you should subscribe or something. That'd be even cooler. Oh, and follow us at How Our Podcast on basically every relevant social media platform.